Hello YouTube, this is Drop the Twinkie, and sorry for the shaking. I'm gonna try to do a new little segment that I'm gonna do once in a while called called Reptile Files. And what it's gonna be is pretty much me talking about one of the animals in my collection and talking about them as a whole, like how I acquired them, what kind of setup I use, what I feed them, and all that good jazz. And today I'm talking about Roman. Roman is my 2.5, or going on 2.5-year-old male ball python. To my knowledge, he is a normal. Don't think he has any special traits or hets or any of that good stuff, but that's okay. He's just my little pet, my little buddy. In his tank, I have him in a 35-gallon aquarium. I use coarse aspen bedding. Yes, I know that it does not provide the right kind of humidity that he technically needs, but I supplement this by spraying down his tank at least every night, but I try to do it about 2 times a day, that way it keeps his humidity up. When it comes to him shedding, I usually give him little soaking baths, and that definitely helps him out. What else? I do have a red heat bulb up top. I don't use the purple ones or the night ones with him, just because it doesn't really seem like the heat really transfers down a lot from the top to the bottom. And I have the UVB bulb that I acquired with the tank on top, just to give it extra light. Because if I didn't run that light, then it would be very dark and you probably wouldn't be able to see anything in there. I have a couple plants up at the top for him, which he does ironically climb in occasionally. I don't know how those plants, just the suction cups alone, hold him, but they do. I have his water dish over here, and just a little plant or whatever for him to rub against around it. And then I have this branch that we cut and shaved down the bark and let it pretty much sun bleach for about a week or 2, because I think it was way too big to fit inside the oven, which would not be good. And then I also have, I think they're flukers, these 2 bamboo branches. And yes, I know ball pythons are technically terrestrial, but they also can be arboreal if they really wanted to or needed to. That's why they do have the leafy pattern on the top, so if something's looking at it from above, and the white belly on the bottom, so if something's looking at it from below. And I have indeed come out late at night and seen him all in the plants and all over the bamboo branches and the stick. I also have this little hide for him here. I did try having a cave in the corner, which I took like an old castle, plastic castle for mammals, and I cut it out and stacked bedding on top of it. But it was just way too much of a pain to maintain. Oh, it rhymed. And I just painted a little background. Of course not on the tank, but back to Roman himself. Oh, and then we also made a screen top, because this one, being that it was aquarium, didn't come with the top. Now Roman here, like I said, is a normal. I bought him from a pet store in Maryland. I'm not going to handle him too much just because he did eat yesterday. But I got him from a pet store in Maryland when he was about 5 or 6 months old. and he ended up having mites just shortly after I got him. I don't know whether or not he had them when I bought him and I just didn't notice it, because it definitely did not come from the 3 corn snakes I had before I bought him. But a little bit of Drasamite and some soapy baths later, he was perfectly fine, came out of it really well. He's about 2.5, 3 feet or so. Very, very friendly. A little jumpy sometimes, but not head shy in the least bit. He's one of the snakes that whenever our friends come over and they're afraid of snakes, whenever they're afraid of snakes, we always let them hold him first, because we know he'll behave the whole time. Not much else to say about him. I feed him 1 large mouse a week instead of like a medium rat, because I figured you could either feed him a medium rat like every 2 weeks or so, or like 2 medium rats, I guess, every 2 weeks or so, or just feed him 1 large mouse a week, and that'll hold him over till next week. And he's been growing at a pretty good rate, so doesn't seem to be harming him too much. But that's Roman in my first installment of, I guess, my Reptile Files series. And hopefully I'll have another one up for you guys soon. Bye!